Good morning everyone, welcome back to a beautiful morning on the Finca. I'm in our new breakfast area. This is at the side of the house. It gets the sun first thing in the morning when it's out, and it's out today. Beautiful day. Sharon's gone shopping. It's just me and Beryl holding the fort at the moment. And she's also gone to meet Brian. I don't know if I showed you this, but he's making us some doorstops out of the olive that we sent him. He's also made some other beautiful things as well. Little sets, stunning wood. If you can see that, he's making us 7 altogether, I think it is, 6 or 7, to stop the doors banging on the walls because of the Suffolk latches. So they'll be here later. Today, what am I on? I need to try and get that two-way switch on because the lights failed us again last night, and it's pitch black out there walking up and down those stairs. They might be better tonight, but we don't want to take any chances. So I need to get that so I can switch it from the apartment or downstairs and light up the courtyard, which will be nice for us. Also, I need to put some more outside lights, one on this end of the house and one on the other end. I put a couple on the front, but again, if we come round at night, it is pitch black, and so we just want to make life a little bit easier for ourselves, as is this area. We're going to do something with it. I don't know what just as yet, but at the moment, at least we can sit here in the sun. Then hopefully, carry on with the kitchen upstairs. We've parked the hay until tomorrow. We're gonna go and pick up some bales tomorrow. From our local place. He's got to get it in for us. So yeah, let's crack on. Another thing I want to do is put a bit of linseed oil on this shutter as well. If you remember, Sharon did the others a couple of weeks ago, but she couldn't reach this one. So I just need to knock that up a bit. It's not looking too bad, but we want to keep them nice. So, just as we thought all the mess was done in here, we're going to have to make some more now. Because I'm going to put another light in the wall, switch in the wall just there, so I can control this light which goes out through the wire there. The junction box is there, the switch downstairs is directly below it. But then we won't need the torch at night, will we? Because this is what we've been having to be using to get up and down the stairs. So it is pitch black, and they're not even super level because they're just made of stone and that. So it's nice to be able to see, or it will be. So we're going to get that done today for sure. The first thing I need to do is cut a channel in the wall. Well, the first thing I need to do is make some space actually, because it's the right tip up here, and give me some working room, and then mark and cut the channels on the wall. So with the area suitably clear, all I've done, if you can make out the lines, might not be able to, but there's a square there for my back box for my switch, and then 2 lines marking where I want my channel to go down the wall, and I need to cut it in at the bottom a bit as well, because it's going to have to go into the wall. Because if you remember, we're just having a coir carpet on top of this, and obviously you can't, the wire wants to be out of the way. The rest of it from here will be under a wooden floor, running that way. So we've got a big shifter. Here he is. All we got to do, you plug him in and make some mess. Oh, we will be free of it one day. So my channel's cut, now to start on the wiring. This is the technical bit. 2-way switches, for those people that may not know. Basically we have one light, which is our outside light, our courtyard light, and it will be able to be switched on downstairs and then switched off upstairs. But then again, if someone else came downstairs, they'd be able to switch it on again downstairs. So the switches are actually linked together, so one or other of them can be supplying power to the light, or they can both be off, completely independent of each other. It's not something they seem to do a lot in Spain. We had one in our last house. On the bedside, you could switch the bedroom light off on the side of the bed, but you then had to switch those switches back on to be able to operate it from the main light switch. It's not the best way to do it, but it can be done. You just need a 2-line switches basically. It's over 10 years since I wired up a 2-way switch, and every time I do it I have to sort of start thinking, God, how do I do this? How do I do this? How's it done? Fortunately, Sharon's father is a retired electrician for over 40 years. He was an electrician, and he just knows these things off the top of his head. So thanks, Derek. You saved me a load of time looking it up and refreshed my memory immediately. So now to get on with the wiring then. The first thing I want to do, as always, is get my back box formed in place. So when I get here with the wires, it'll be set. I just need to nick out a hole. They have these sort of pressed out slots in them. We'll have that one, no particular reason, and you just allegedly, that's it, just whack them out. So you've got, dropping everything, an entry point there for your cable. I'll stick my thumb through it, you can see it. Right, you need to go at the bottom. So, right, I'm still dropping everything, trying to do too many things. So we pop them in there, stick in there, that'll hold it in. I think we need a heavier piece of wood. I happen to have one here. Right, move that out of the way. And start again. Trials and tribulations then. We do it all live, you know. Right, that'll do it. Getting back in there. Right. You get a bit of foam around him now. Move him back a bit, move him down a bit. Bit of foam around him and position him where we want him, and he'll go off nicely. You don't need a lot. Bit in there. Any mesh you get on the outside, you can just trim it off after, like that. So get him level. I'll do. We just leave him to go off now. We'll get on with the wiring. Okay, so how do we wire up a two-way switch? I'll put my wires in actually there. They're poking up through the box. Right, so on the switch we have a common there. We have an L1 and an L2. What we need to do, what I'm going to do, this is where I'm going to do it. There are other ways, but the principle's the same. I put the live into L1 on both switches, the downstairs switch and the upstairs switch, and then L2 will be the feed, the switched live for the light, so that'll run directly into the light on both switches. I'm going to wire it all up in the junction box. The existing one I've already got, just add an extra wire basically in the same pattern. And then what makes the magic work, this common, what we do is wire both switches, this common to the common on this switch to the common on the downstairs switch. That way, in theory, whichever switch you use, you can turn the light on or off. So let's get it wired up and have a look, see if it works. There's a lot of wires in the junction box, but basically the live comes in there, that one, and you see, then from there it bounces onto the next junction box, of course. Then a live from that goes to two switches, one downstairs and the other one over there. Then back from those switches, they're the blues that return back from the light that go to the positive, then back from the switches that go to the positive there that feeds the light. The neutral comes back from the light and into the main neutral connector with me in and me out wires, if that makes any sense at all. Essentially, then the other wire, the switch hole is there, my common wire, the bridge of the two sockets just comes up through the hole, and I've tidied them all away behind the timber for now. So I'll tidy them all up in a little bit. So essentially they're pushed up through my switch. There's me live that'll go into the L1 terminal, the earth goes to the earth obviously, and neutral will then become the switch live, which will go into the L2 terminal. And this single cable that comes directly from the other switch, you can see it. It's difficult holding this and doing this, I'm not the best photographer in the world. That will go into the common on the new switch. So I can wire it up as it is and fix it in place shortly when the socket's gone off properly. So there it is, switch is all wired up. The common one in the top, the live in line 1, the neutral, the switched live in line 2, and the earth is in the earth thing. So I'll put it on the wall in a minute. So we'll go downstairs now, turn the power on and see if it works. This downstairs wire is wired exactly the same way. I've actually put it back on the wall. This is for the kitchen light, this is for the outside light, and there's the common wire that joins them together. So I'll stick the power on and see what happens. Okay, so the power's on, the light is off. I'm going to go upstairs and turn it on. Well, I'm going to go upstairs and turn it on. Right, okay, as you can see it's on. I'm now going to go in here and turn it off. There we go, it works. Just to prove it, I'm going to go back upstairs and turn it on again. There we go, fabulous. So wherever we go, upstairs, downstairs, we can have the light on. We won't have a trip hazard at night trying to get upstairs in the pitch black any longer. Knowing this though, the solar lights will work fine tonight because they've been in the sun all day. But yes, another good job, well done. Life is better. Okay, it's on the wall, the front's on, it's in place, it's working. All I've got to do now is tidy up, put everything away. Ready, I think, to get cracking on with this woodwork. We've actually got to go and get the hay for Donkey and Goaty and their food, but that's tomorrow afternoon, so I'll probably better crack on with that tomorrow. But yeah, in the meantime I need to put all these wires away, wrap all these cables up, put the fronts back on the junction boxes, tidy all the wires up, and yeah, happy days.
Well, I'm back from my mission down the valley. Met up with Brian and Chrissy. A pleasure as always. These are the doorstops he's made us. We've got 4 out of the olive and 4 out of the almond. It's unbelievable the difference in weight. I'd never realised that the almond was so much heavier. But I hope you can see that detail. It's beautiful, stunning. And the almond is just so rich. I love the colour. So thank you, Brian. Again, man of many talents. He's made a really good job. They're going to look superb. Thrilled with the two-way switch. That's going to be fantastic tonight. Last night we were up and downstairs with a torch, and if you've got a glass in your hand or your plate from dinner, it's not easy to negotiate those steps even with the handrail. So well done, Andy, for that. Yeah, it's been a nice day. Nice to get away, although I know I was away for a week, but it's nice just to go back and visit the folk that I used to know down there, do some shopping, and obviously collect these more importantly. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all our subscribers and all our supporters as always. And we'll be back working on the Finca same time tomorrow.